One, how are you? 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 Happy Wednesday. Is it cold where you are? Is it sunny? I would love to hear to read later in the comments if it's sunny, if it's cold, like wherever you are. I would love to hear about it because I just want to know, is it hot? Is it cold? Is it sunny? Is it warm? Like, what's the weather there where you are? It is cold here. It snowed. Um, my school got a snow day yesterday, and then they got a delay today. And I had to be at work early both days. So normally, I am the one that is, I get to stay home. But when you are a leader, you have to do what you have to do. So today, I just want to have a brief conversation with you guys. My name is Nicole Brown. I work with men and women who want to be the first entrepreneurial success in their family, even if they've been paralyzed by fear. So today I'm going to talk about what type of leader are you? One of the things that I've learned in leadership that first is effective communication. All right. Now, many of us, so many times, we get in these leadership positions and then we get to the point that we sometimes say, well, I'm the boss. You do what I say. You don't ask me no questions. Well, guys, if that is the case and you're that type of leader, you need to work for yourself. Don't hire employees, don't hire anybody to work for you. You be the boss of you. But if you have to always be the one that is always right and have to run things the way you feel like running them, then this is not leadership is not for you, and that's okay. Some of you guys are great leaders, but you're quiet leaders. So it's best that we keep you behind the scene and you just work, and maybe sometimes people never even get to know who you are. But nevertheless, as a leader, you must have effective communication. All right. Listen to your team. Man, last year, I wanted to see some changes in one of my businesses, and I got to the point where I was like, you know what? If I want to see the change, I got to get in there. I got to do what I have to do. So for a few months, I opened the school. I did everything at the school. I made some major changes, but I had to lead by example. That's number two, lead by example. But in leading by example, though, I also had to listen to my team. I remember my business coach, I had a meeting with her and I told her how I was going to address something. And she says, okay, are you really sure? Maybe that person doesn't feel valued. I was like, what? Oh, I value my people. That's the least that you have to ever say about me. What do you mean that I don't value them? And I was going in, but she was so patient as my business coach and said, okay, but are you willing to take a chance and listen? Okay, I'll listen, but whatever the final decision will be made by me. So I went in that meeting with already being frustrated, and just knowing that, you know what, I'm going to have the final say and that's just it. But you know what? I allowed that employee to express how they felt. I did not micromanage the conversation. I didn't interrupt. And you know what? They said they felt undervalued. They felt like I didn't acknowledge them for the hard work they had done, that they had ran the business for several months without help. And they went down the line of everything that I thought I was doing great. And honestly, I still was doing it great. However, it wasn't it was just difficult for both of us to deal with this challenge. But as I sat back, I took the advice of my business coach and I listened. And you know what I said to her? I apologize if you felt if I made you feel that way. I apologize if you felt like I didn't appreciate you or I didn't value you as an employee. That was never my intent. And you know what? We laughed, we cried, we shed some tears because this is an employee who goes above and beyond. But you know what? Had I not taken the time to sit and listen to how she felt, that would not have been, the outcome would not be what it is today. And so I would encourage you to just take a minute. You know, like I said, just because you're the boss, we don't have a right to just be disrespectful to anyone. But if we take a minute to just listen to how someone feels without coming in and saying, you know what? Well, that was not my intent. And if that's how it made you feel, that's your fault. You need to deal with your feelings. You know, that's how we really want to do. But as a leader, we want them to know that, hey, I'm on your side. I'm not against you, no matter how frustrated you are. And you know what? We talked it out. We worked through some hiccups. But you know what? I couldn't take away from she was a committed employee. She was faithful. But there were just some things we needed to change. And I did not make sure she properly understood the change and the direction of the change. So I would just encourage you that you take a minute and you lead by example, which is number two. Number one is effective communication, making sure that you're not the one that dominates the conversation, that you really listen to your team. And you know what, guys, this also goes with our family. There are many times my kids will nicely wheel me in and say, Mommy, you don't always listen. You're not hearing what I'm saying to you. And honestly, sometimes do I really want to hear? No, because I think what they got to say to me doesn't make sense. Or I'm like, that's dumb. Why would you want to do that? But you know what? How am I teaching them to think on their own? Because you know what? We try and protect our kids so much, we don't want them to fail or do things the way we did them. But you know what? They have to go through life a little differently, and that's okay. Now, I'm not going to let my kids drown. I may let them sink just a little bit, but I won't let them drown. So in that, listen to your kids. If they want to say something to you, don't be afraid. And sometimes they tell us things that may hurt our feelings, but they have a right to express how they feel as well. All right. So this is not just for as a leader in the workplace. It's how we deal with at home with our spouse. I was laughing with my husband yesterday. He had pulled the trash bag out of the trash can, and Stephanie decided we need to clean out this refrigerator. So we cleaned out the refrigerator, and I said, baby, we need to put more trash in there. And he slammed the trash bag down. I said, well, are you that mad? He's like, Nicole, the bag is heavy. I'm not slamming it down. So I was like, okay. But I knew he didn't mean it, but I was joking. And then I said something else to him. And finally, Nikki said, you and Stephanie are just alike. She's like, y'all picking people to get everybody all heated. And then when somebody really gets mad, y'all don't know how to handle it. I said, ooh. Then, of course, Stephanie was like, Mommy, all these pickles and olives, are you really going to eat them? I said, if I bought them, I'm going to eat them. So we had this whole debate yesterday. But at the end of the day, allow your kids to have a conversation with you. And sometimes we need to be checked as parents too, all right? And lastly, the last thing I want to tell you about being a great leader is continuous learning and development. Invest in yourself. Continuously look for opportunities where you can learn something new, do something different. Not be afraid, not be ashamed. But hey, let people know, hey, I'm investing in myself. I'm going to learn this new trade. I don't even care if it's knitting a blanket or whatever. Do something. Invest in yourself. Find ways to help you be even more successful. I was just telling my friend today that, man, I have a whole certification in family parenting that I could do a whole development, in a whole masterclass, a whole training, everything on parenting. I am certified through John Maxwell, even in that. And guys, I got a whole curriculum I could be teaching, I could be doing. But you know what? I'm not making any more excuses because I know God is like, I'm praying, God, give me more resources. I just need more from you, God. I need so much. You know how we do? We cry and pray. And then he's like, girl, you got all this stuff sitting over here. Use it. So, as a leader, whether you're a leader of your staff, your family, in church leadership, be mindful of how you treat people. All right. So the first thing is effective communication. As you want people to listen to you, take a moment and listen to them as well. Allow people to express how they feel, regardless of what you may think. They have feelings too. And it's okay to say, I'm sorry. If someone could tell me how much does it cost to say I'm sorry, because it's sometimes about just making peace. All that other stuff is not even important. But there are many times I have to call parents who are upset about whatever. I am so sorry you feel that way. That is not our intentions that we make you pay a late fee when you pay us late. We never, would want to do that or make you feel bad. However, it is the rule and we've let you slide 10 times. And this is the 20th time. So you know what? Now you have to pay. So, yeah, it's all in how you communicate, all right? Lead by example. Treat people better than you even want to be treated. All right? Show people how to ask people how they want to be led too. Some people don't like to be micromanaged. I give people a task. If you tell me you can do it, I let you go. Now, when I ask you, did you get it done? I don't need you to say, oh, I was waiting on you. Don't wait for me. If you wait for me, we both are not going to get anything done. I look for people to be a part of my team who take the initiative and say, you know what? I know what she wants. I know what she needs. Let me go ahead and do it. If it's wrong, we'll fix it and we'll move on. But if you're the type that every little step, if you say, okay, copy 10 copies of this, they copy, I made 10. Okay, now fold them in half. Okay, I folded them. Now put it in the envelope. I put it in, now mail it, okay? Like if you're that type of leader, I couldn't even work for you. All right. I just want to give you the task. I don't care how you do it. If I tell you I need 1 million followers and you tell me, hey, I got you, that's it. I don't want to keep okay, how many we get to? Oh my God, we got 10. Yay. Well, we have many more to go. So, guys, lead by example and always find ways to get continuous learning and development by investing in you. All right. All right, guys, I hope this has been helpful today. And this is not everything. This is only 3 tips. There's 100 more tips. All right. But I also put, if you would like to set up some time to meet with me, to get to know me, to know what type of business coach that I am, what do we do? Then, hey, set up an appointment, get in the DMs. Now, it's a lot of fraud going on in the DMs. So if I take a long time, please be patient. Send me an email at info@NicoleLBrown.com. And I know at least you are a real person. But it is a lot going on in the DMs right now in Messenger. I get all these messages, hey, beautiful, hey, this, hey, that. I don't even click on them. So if it's you want to join my program, don't start with hey beautiful. Tell me something about you because I'm not going to answer you and I'm going to delete. Okay? So, but anybody else, just send me an email. Schedule an appointment for us to meet. But I would love to chat with you to see what you're doing, how you're doing it, what you got going on, what level can I help you grow to? All right? I love you guys. Now, we do have our October retreat, October 4th through the 8th, coming up in 2024. If you would love information about that, email us at info@NicoleLBrown.com and say October retreat. Also, I am partnering with Safe Roots, with Nikema Davis, who is hosting a wellness retreat May the 2nd. It's May the something through the something. I think it's May the 2nd through the 6th. Don't hold me to it. But it's a wellness retreat. And man, you don't want to miss that. And that retreat is for anybody, any woman who would love to come relax. And then I think she, not I think, I know, we have a photo shoot day. We have a private chef there. And this is for, you don't have to have a business to attend this event. You don't want to miss it. I will post more information about that as well. That is in May if you would love to attend that. And if you want more information about the wellness retreat, again, email info@nicolelbrown.com. I will get all the information out to you, but make sure you continue to follow us, that you check your email, all of the things so you can stay connected to what we're doing. All right. Love you guys. Have a great day. Be an effective leader. All right. Have a great one. Bye.